90s, 80s, and 90s. Boy, that's some good anime.
All right, y'all. Media Marauders, everyone, subscribers, everyone, we're back. Yeah, we are back. We are starting it up. That red button is up. As everyone can see, the subscribers, the new and old, are back with us. You can see this is a big family this time. We got our boy Palmer and Nigel back with us again. And of course, the originals are still here too. So, welcome. As you can say, we cosplaying in here too. We really have a high energy right now. So, first started off, just in case you forget our names or you're new. This is Max, Palmer, King, Soon Thomas, and Nigel.
What up?
What's going on, fellas? How are we doing today?
Doing good, doing great.
Chilling like a villain.
Can I say I've been drinking on this? Can I say that? Or no? Yeah,
we can censor it out.
Doing good.
Johnny Walker, 700.
Once again, last week we kind of spoke on some media we've been doing for the past couple weeks now. Media that we find new, we want to let the world know and share and give opinions, and of course receive those opinions back from the viewers, of the ones that are adamantly watching us. And today we have a new topic. We have new topics. We have new things to discuss on. And I guess I'll start it off. I don't want to be too rushed into it, but I ran into something earlier today. Saw something that's trending, and we're all gamers here, or we're big gamers, or at least we absorb games. And Game of the Year awards are coming up this very soon, next month, December 10th, and they have 6 games that have been nominated so far. And those games are, and I want to kind of tell y'all what games that were picked, and I also want to get y'all's opinions or if you disagree with these picks. So bear with me real quick. Let me pull this up. All right, first game.
Whack.
Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Gang.
Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and of course, Nigel's favorite game, The Last of Us 2 Part 2. So I'm sure he's gonna be biased about
What? Is that on there? Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, all right.
So out of these 6 games have been are being nominated still and still being voted on. So if you guys want to put your votes in, we'll go visit the Game of the Year award website and go crazy.
His mask came off. Jesus Christ.
He did it inconspicuously too. Like I didn't even notice, and I'm looking at my screen. but all right. So I want to start it off with Nigel. Nigel, how do you feel about this list? Would you add? Would you take off? Or what do you feel? What game do you feel doesn't even deserve to be on this list?
I can't really speak on the games I haven't even played myself. I do see a lot of people, whenever I log into my Switch, I see a lot of people playing Animal Crossing. So I can kind of understand that it's up there. You know what I mean? I haven't played it myself, but same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. Sashimi?
Don't be a dick.
Actually, Tsushima was actually an island too.
Our Asian fans hate us now. Thanks, sir.
Terrible. No, but that's another one that I hear nothing but good things about. But it's on my list to play. I haven't yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a valid candidate to be on that list. But yeah, the one game that I did play on that list is The Last of Us 2.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, man, I played it. Started going through it again. I'm trying to get the trophies, but yeah, that game it hits you. It hits you different than your average video game that you play. Yeah. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, my nigga yo, how you gonna do that? How you gonna do my man like that, yo? You get emotional. You're like, hold on.
Don't spoilers.
I think everybody knows by now, you know what I mean? But maybe. But yeah, that game, it's not your average game, you know what I mean? A lot of people knocking it because they didn't want it to play out the way they wanted it to. It played out differently, but it's deep. It's deeper than it lets off.
Very thematic, very, very thematic game.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I think that's gonna take it. I think that might be Game of the Year. It's very original when it comes to the presentation of the story. You don't think it is?
I can't see it.
Hey, what is it? Does it have replay value?
Oh shit!
But that's the thing. It doesn't have much replay value, but it doesn't need replay value in order to be a 10 out of 10 game, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't need to go back to it to say that this was one of the most impactful games that I've played in my gaming career.
Palmer, you wanna add on to that? You're looking kind of conflicted.
You know what? When he said that at first, I wasn't feeling it, but then I thought about Detroit. That to me was a 10 out of 10 game, but it did have replay value, but not much after you've gone through.
I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on Detroit. I still haven't played it. It's on my queue as well.
I think it's a game for an intellectual person. I don't think it's a game for somebody who.
So I should play it. Are we gonna do this? Intellectual. All right, got it.
Well, it's a lot of decision making, and less action. You know what I mean? And I like it. Everything that company makes has been pretty much a good game. They had a great production team. It was great. So I feel what he is saying on that. Animal Crossing, just from the mania of it, I do think it deserves to be up there.
Hold on, Palmer. Hold on, Palmer, because I kind of want to finish off with Nigel, and then we could jump over to you just real quick, okay? Mm-hmm. So Nigel, you feel that? So you think Part 2 is going to take it? Last of Us 2 is going to take it. That's your opinion. That's the nomination you're going for.
I think it's going to take it.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to add too much on that. I'll wait later. But all right, go ahead.
It's the way that it puts you on one side of the party, and you're all on this side. The whole up to a certain point, you're on this side of allies versus enemies. You know what I mean? And they put you in the driver's seat of the enemy, and you don't want to be there. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't want to feel some type of way about this character. In my mind, my emotions are set on you. You gotta go. But the way they take you down her path and make you question who's the real enemy here, I think is just
conflicting.
Yeah, it's very conflicting. And I haven't experienced that yet in a video game. Usually in a video game, they show you who the enemy is, you know who the antagonist is, you know who the protagonist is. And your whole point is to defeat the antagonist.
Very gray area-ish.
It is.
So Nier Automata.
Haven't played it yet.
Nier Automata.
It does a number like that too.
Breath of Fire 3 does it back from 1997 or something like that, 98. Breath of Fire 4. Breath of Fire 4.
Nier Automata is one of those games where you're conflicted the whole time you play as things are being discovered. But all right, so Nigel, Last of Us 2, bet. Palmer, what do you think about the lineup and who are you going for?
Honestly, I like the lineup. When it came to The Last of Us, and that has a huge following, and rightfully so.
Dedicated.
Yes. I think 2, it deserves to be up there. I also think it has an extra boost because of representation. And sometimes representation fast tracks you to certain spots. So I don't know if it had any other differences with characters, if people would have felt the same. And they could have felt even better about the game. Because some of the reviews I've seen were just, they were very trash, so. But yeah, I think it deserves to be up there. And Animal Crossing, I think it deserves to be up there simply because of how many users got on it. I mean, there was a while, everywhere I looked, Facebook, work, gym, everybody had it, it had a bartering system, all this kind of stuff. It was a lot. So I think it deserves to be up there. All the other games, I mean, a lot of these games were good. I mean, this was just a great year for games. This year, the year before this year, it's crazy, but you could interchange any game and I would feel great about it. I don't know what's going on, but I think towards the last year of systems, that's when the most amazing games and stuff come out. So I don't know. It can be anybody. But if it's my personal vote.
Yeah. So which game would you think would be your one that you will vote for personally, Mr. Palmer yourself?
I'm gonna go Animal Crossing because it is pretty PG-13 across the board. Everybody can get into it and have fun, and and that's my metric for it, because The Last of Us 2, you may or may not want your kids playing it, and yeah, so let's go there.
I see where you're going with it. You're seeing more of a unit, like how many people will really get into it on a personal level, other than the Last of Us 2 is doing on a personal level for the characters.
Yes, and because all of us, I mean, because if all of us had Animal Crossing right now, I think we would all have fun with it, and we could, you know, engage in it. And I think it gets all age groups, all different types. And so because of that, I think you have to put them up there. I don't think that serious gamers that would play Last of Us would probably agree. And I would think on the polar opposite, you know, they would, you know, Animal Crossing people wouldn't agree that way. So this is going to be a real interesting one, for sure. I hate Assassin's Creed.
I will say a little counterpoint to that last part. A lot of like real hardcore gamers that are visible are playing Animal Crossing. So like, because it was one of those things, like I think Animal Crossing and Doom both sold the most on their release day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised about Doom.
Hey, you heard it from the fact checker himself, so it has to be it has to be real. And that's not even a slight. I'm not even joking.
I believe it. Yeah, I'm surprised.
So all right, cool.
Not disbelief.
So Palmer's going for Animal Crossing, not just for Last of Us Part 2. Mr. King, what do you got for us? Which game do you want to nominate, and which game deserves or doesn't deserve to be up there?
I really didn't pay attention to a lot of games this year, to be honest with you. The games that I only played was actually off the list. Well, I only honestly been Final Fantasy VII Remake. But that was only because we were forced to, by you, Mr. Max, to play the game so we could talk about it on camera. So
yeah,
that's one of the reasons. But I also bought it because of nostalgia purposes. But from the list, though, like I said, if it was my personal opinion from it, I wouldn't be able to give who was the better game. Because hearing Nigel's opinion on Last of Us 2, I heard about Last of Us 1 as well, but I didn't buy it. And then the other one that Mr. Justin was talking about as far as Animal Crossing, was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Animal Crossing, and then was it Final Fantasy VII? I think that's the only one I played, to be honest with you. So my opinion doesn't really matter much, but if I were to say just only because I didn't play the other games, it'd be Final Fantasy.
So you will vote for Final Fantasy because it's the only game you played, but you still enjoyed it for what it was. It gave that nostalgia that you wanted, and you did everything you needed at that moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah.
But all right, Mr. Thomas.
All right, you already
disappoint me.
You already know. I don't play 2 of them games, platinum both of them. But
here we go, Mr. Humble Brag here.
Mr. Platinum.
I just want to let you know that, guys.
I've kept up with the whole meta behind most of these games up here. Like right now, Hades is the game that's like, you know, is doing the work on Twitter. A lot of people in the game industry have been talking about Hades. Artwork's phenomenal. Replay valuable is there. Animal Crossing, it hit at the right time. You know, so gangbusters. You can't even find switches in certain places. Last of Us Part 2, you know, that was as an art piece, it moved emotions. Either you liked it or you hated it, but you didn't let it just slide under the radar, which I give it props for that. You know, Ghost of Tsushima, that was just, it was a chef kiss to open world gameplay. Like, you know, did what it needed to do. Final Fantasy VII Remake had the nostalgia running behind it. You know, started off with what's going to possibly be a new series that we don't know how long it's going to run. Doom Eternal is the only one I'm surprised is up there.
Really?
I don't remember the last time I heard anyone even talk about that game. And they just had DLC released last month.
I agree with you 100%. I honestly didn't. I totally forgot. I know this game got a lot of popularity. There's a lot of storm, a big wave about it, but I never saw gameplay like that. So seeing Doom Eternal up there too, like that kind of, it was a flabbergasting.
I just want to give a shout out to The Rock and playing in Doom. That's probably
you don't get that dirty ass movie out of here.
No,
Like Animal Crossing held the conversation since March, which I think they're going to take it. I believe Animal Crossing is going to take it. It's not my nominee though. I'm going Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Boy, that's what I'm talking about.
Even the Smash community was talking about Doom Guy, and I was like, why is he even popular enough? Yeah. So when Chris mentioned that the Doom sales were great, I was like, this makes sense, but no one in our circle is talking about it. So I'm like, who are these people? Where are they? Like, seriously, who's playing Doom?
Doom also has a nostalgia factor because I remember playing Doom back on the floppy disk era when back in the beginning of the first person shooters.
Bootlegs, got you. All right, so you're going for Final Fantasy VII. So you know what? I'll get mine real quick. I'll try to keep it concise. Y'all know how I am. I am conflicted between Part 2, Last of Us Part 2, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I never played Hades. I really wanted. I felt like if I played Hades, I've seen some gameplay for it. That would probably be my game of the year. Never played Animal Crossing. Was never really into the franchise. It kind of reminded me of Harvest Moon. I don't know, but I'll try not to discredit Animal Crossing as its own game, and never like Eternal Doom Eternal. I would think Control would be up there before Doom Eternal, but
I think Control was last year.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. But nah, I can't really think of any other game other than Persona Royal. I would think that would be up there, but it's just a remake with some more extra features from a game that came out back in 2017. And so yeah, man, I like like Nigel was saying, the thematic, the way the game forces you to choose a side or to change perspective is really manipulative, but fun to watch after you get over the initial shock. But the remake, man, Final Fantasy VII was just polarizing with a story that's been around for so long, and it's changed. And it could actually change to something else. So it's nostalgia versus new. And I'm a sucker for nostalgia. We've had episodes about it.
It was a great episode.
I might have to go. You said what?
It was a great episode, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Go back to that episode something. But yeah, so I would have to. This would be a toss-up for me. I would have to go with the remake, but it kind of bothers me that I'm picking the remake.
It was all right. The thing is, because we're throwing spoilers out there, it's not even a real remake. It's a continuation of the story. It's like the sequel to the Final Fantasy collection, 7 collection.
That's true.
I thought about it, and you're probably right. It could be a continuation because of the intertwining of dimensions.
Yep. And like even Cloud's design, everyone's design is different.
Yeah. You just really want to touch your fingers. Nah. But yeah, I think stupid. No, I think I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII on this one. I might actually go online and vote for it as well. But all right, that's mine. I didn't mean to take up all of it, but let's go ahead and get down to King. You got some new movies or TV shows for us?
Oh, coming to me now. All right.
Yes, sir.
I knew you need me sooner or later. Mix up a couple of things here. All right. So I was fighting between which one I'm going to talk about, but I think I'm going to talk about Dracula. Okay. The Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now everyone knows the original Bram Stoker's Dracula had Gary Owens, Keanu Reeves, and who was the young lady in it that played? I can't think of the woman that played, but the newer version on Netflix, it's not necessarily a newer version per se, but it came out this year. I think somewhere in the middle of the year, somewhere around March or June. I didn't watch it until recently, but it's only 3 episodes, and they gave an hour 15 minutes for all the episodes.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I thought it was gonna be better than I thought it was gonna be, but it kind of made me upset on the first episode and left a bad taste in my mouth.
Go ahead and give us a quick synopsis.
This version of Dracula, well, not gonna say this version, this TV version of Dracula starts off in the same time where in the original, where Mr. Harker comes to stay with Count Dracula, because Count Dracula has asked for his presence, and so he could buy land in New America. And so the good thing I liked about this is that they do a really good job of showing how Dracula revitalizes himself while Mr. Harker is there. And so, you know, in the movie, you see him grow younger, but you don't know how he grows younger. And so this whole time it's insinuated that the fact that he's been drinking someone's blood, but in this case, he's actually feasting off of Mr. Harker in this case. Which is
so it's sort of like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. So he's been drinking his blood and making him maybe have nightmares and terrors and tremors, but he's not aware why he's doing it or how he's becoming this type of way. The gentleman that plays Mr. Dracula in this case, I'm gonna say his name wrong because he's a British actor, but his first name is Claus, I think, or Class Bang. I never seen him before, never heard of him.
Maybe Klaus? Is it German? Klaus?
Maybe I'm wrong. Bear with me. Could be wrong. Sorry, Danish. Apologize. He's Danish.
Oh, okay.
That's German, right? European. Well, European.
European, yeah. Danish. I think Klaus could be a Danish name.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of names, like once you get into that region, that are very similar. Like the letters change, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Let's see. I could name some stuff. For instance, like Guten Morgen. You know, of course, that's German, but there's a similar one that's Dutch. It's like
okay.
Yeah, they're very similar. The names are the same. Like the Hans name, we were talking about that the other day. That goes across the board. It's just a changing of letters. That's not. I mean, it's the same thing like with Spanish and English. There's some stuff that
certain
Jesus,
similarities that
Jesus,
you can find.
and all that kind of stuff.
I got you.
No, I hear you.
You know, when you're nearby, same thing.
Okay, I got you. Well, like I was saying, Klaus gave an interesting rendition of Dracula in this case. And I said I got frustrated in the first episode because they made him real campy.
Try not to spoil too much, because I might check it out.
I don't plan to, but he comes.
Yeah,
off,
that's what Max does. Yeah,
he comes off really campy and comedic in a sense, and I didn't like that. I feel like Dracula is supposed to be more of a serious person that takes his vampirism very serious, and he didn't in this case to me, which some people might like, but for my personal likings, I didn't like it because it came off very campy in the first episode. But I thought they really did a good job in the second episode, though. They actually focused more on the scene where he's being transported from Europe to America and on the boat. Now, in the movie, it was a very quick scene of him being on a boat. It's just Miss Harker, I think, reading a letter about Parker coming back to America that he told Parker to write. But in this case, they actually fleshed it out into a very long, more examined episode of what happened on the ship. I thought was
okay.
And they gave a really good rendition of Van Helsing, and it wasn't a man in this case; it was a woman. So that got. I'm not sure. I haven't read the book. I want to apologize about that. But just based off the movie, Van Helsing was a woman in this case, in the show for Dracula in this case, and so that was the second episode. But it picked itself up in the second episode for me because it did flesh out a lot that I was really upset about the first episode. It brought it back to him not being so campy, but him being a vicious killer, which I really liked about that.
So after as it progressed, like it just had that one episode curse. Like usually the first episode doesn't catch a lot of people, so usually people will give up from that first impression. Yeah,
and that could happen to somebody watching that series. Like I said, the first episode will catch you off guard. But the second episode does a better job of reeling you back in to understanding why he's doing what he's doing and what he does in that process too. And then and they flesh out that little portion there, and then the Van Helsing portion also from those two episodes. And then episode 3 is where it threw me totally off. It's a whole brand new episode of him being in the present in 2020.
Okay. Oh. So modernized.
I want to ruin it for anybody how it happens, but like I said, it throws you off for a minute. Like, oh shit, this is he's in the present.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Flashes here and there, but once you get past the first episode, though, I think you do a good job of taking you back into the show because of Mr. Claus Bangs being good Dracula, and then Van Helsing being good as well. So I think it's pretty good.
And what's on Netflix, you said?
It is on Netflix. Yes, sir.
I do have a question. Mm-hmm. So does Van Helsing, what was the character's name Van Helsing, or was it like a different name?
It was Van Helsing. And just to give a little spoiler, in the very first episode, she acts as if she's a nun. But when in case she actually is a nun, well, I shouldn't say not, but she acts as a nun, but her moral compass is off. And so she's following the lead behind who Dracula could be or is. And because of Harker's notes and journals, she finds a way to find him and talk about how to kill him and everything too. But there's a good twist. It really is a good twist in the third episode, though, about how Dracula becomes who he is and why certain things affect him also. So it's worth to watch for that.
What caught my attention when you said it was a female, because I remember I came across somewhere a female Van Helsing, and there's a TV show called Van Helsing when the main character's name is Vanessa Helsing.
Yeah, that's on Netflix too. Matter of fact.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a spinoff or not, or something like that.
Yeah, one of my family members was really into that show for a good while, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch that too.
All right, our analysis for movies and TVs. Thank you, there, Mr. King.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
All right, so let's go ahead and move it along with Mr. Thomas. What you got for us?
Man, I've just been playing, a little thing called PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Right. Going off. All right.
I hate this motherfucker, man. The only one that has it in all my groups. Like, you're the only one that fucking has it.
Hey, it's not my fault that, I had to invite to, pre-order it, So far.
Hold up. Have you already planned the game on PS5 already?
Oh, of course.
God damn it. God damn it, Thomas.
Astro 5, was it Playroom, PlayStation 5 version? I platinum that Saturday. It was a short run. That game gave what is it? That game gave the best memory lane, like trip down memory lane for PlayStation. Like,
which game?
Even down to the trophy. There's a trophy called Wild Arms, and for like RPG players from back in the day. Wild Arms is it was like one of the first RPGs that released on PlayStation 1.
Which game are you talking about, Thomas?
Astrobot.
Oh, that's one of the games that are included already, right?
Yeah, that's the game that's included. And that game the gameplay was fun. It showed off the controller. Like, the controller is phenomenal. It's like, that's the thing. The hardest thing to explain about PlayStation 5, not really the graphics. The graphics are cool. It's that controller. That controller does work. It's
that DualSense.
Yeah, that DualSense, it does work. Like, when the way the triggers work on certain games, it's fun. It's fun. Like, certain games don't really take too, like playing Miles Morales. It can do it. You don't really need it for Miles Morales. It's okay. It's cool.
Does a controller transform?
Wait, what?
Does a controller transform?
Actually, it brings you dinner.
It what?
It brings you dinner.
Shut up, man. Y'all get the hell out of here. No, because that's an interesting, because I saw I saw little clips, little videos of how the control reacts to every command you make. And that trigger is really like, it's like they showed for the Devil May Cry 5 special edition, whenever Nero revs his sword, like you could like, the more pressure you want is how much he's revving it up. Like, you could feel it. And if you can see it too. That's
the thing. It doesn't do it just like when you're playing Astrobot. When you're just walking, it feels like the little robot's walking in your hand. And then when you start walking on sand, it feels like that in your hands.
Like that grainy feeling.
Yeah, it gives you like that the fine amount of like grain to it. Like when you're
Witchcraft.
Really is. That shit
you're
really
playing
is.
like Miles Morales. Whenever he starts typing on stuff, you can feel like each button press in your hand.
That's
like, see, it's like you have to hold the controller to feel like, because the haptic feedback is also phenomenal. I also tried No Man's Sky 5 or No Man's Sky with it, and that was like, just taking off on my spaceship felt like that was like awesome. It felt like I was stepping on a pedal driving a car. Like, when
Jesus.
So
that sensitivity is crazy, man.
So
especially that detail. Oh my god.
And then, like, it doesn't have quick resume, but like, say like you want to do like a mission right quick. You go into your game hub, and then you pick like, say I'm like, I want to do this quick combat mission in Spider-Man and Miles Morales. I could pick the card, and not even having to go through all the like extra load scenes of turning the game on, picking my save file, just turn it on, turn on the PlayStation, pick Combat Mission 3, and they'll jump right there. Like
That's
quick load right there.
yeah. I'm gonna have to get this then.
Us peasants don't know how that feels yet, Mr. Platt.
Not at all.
Sorry.
Not at all.
Now
Not
he
at
does
all.
help us out because he told us they restart tomorrow. So I'm off. I'm ready. Trigger fingers. Quick, 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 quick. Let's get it. I mean, I hope all the people waiting before have already got their PS5s, but I don't think that's the case. I think people are having PS5s, buy them again and scalping them because everything I've seen, people are having success selling these things at $750 and $1,000. So I think people are going back and
everybody that's watching this right now should go buy their PS5 off Wish.com.
Yes.
Wish.com. Seriously?
Yes.
Hustlers will hustle.
But the other thing I wanted to put out there,
You wish you had it.
There's some functions like I can't do yet because I don't have people to try them out with. Like I would say, like if
here we go.
If like me and Palmer are playing a game together or something like that, and like we're doing co-op and he wants to show me something or like show me how to do something, he could use picture in picture in the party chat and show me his screen while we're playing. Like, and that's just a function.
Yeah, I saw that feature. That shit's dope.
So that's like that. That's why.
And me and Chris do play games.
Yeah.
Like the nerdy games that nobody else wants to go in. Like, hey, you want to get Gundam? Fuck yeah, I'll get Gundam.
No, we're not bringing up. We're not bringing up Gundam. It's not happening. We're not doing
Gundam. Oh yeah.
So, is there any other features that really stood out? Like, I know, is the space good? Like, do you have enough gigabytes in space or whatever? Which
no. No. If you're one of the people playing Call of Duty, you're screwed.
Yeah,
like
I heard that's an issue.
Because Call of Duty is like, for some reason that game's like 130 gigabytes or something. But like Miles Morales is smaller on the PlayStation 5 than on the PlayStation 4. It's like 52 gigabytes.
God damn, it's
on PlayStation 4. But then like Call of Duty's like, hey, we're just gonna go ballooning. So it's pretty good. Like the game so far been pretty good. It's still like it's not that point. Like there's not a game yet that you have to run out and buy. It's just like the features so far are cool, and the speed is pretty cool too. Like the load times have been pretty much not there. I've played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on it, which the lighting was dope. Like just seeing like how the shadows came through the door, and it looked like photo realistic. Like if I was out here taking a photo, I would want to get a shot like that. And it was just like.
That's why I need a 50-inch screen TV during Black Friday. I'm gonna go get it. Oh, I need a big screen TV.
Hey, y'all might as well start. Best Buy, Amazon already starting.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it actually. I'm gonna go buy one.
60 inch.
Yeah. That's not bad, man.
I think they might get it 55, but.
Just do a little bit of research on the what kind of features it has on those TVs. But all right, Thomas, bet, man. That's I've already wanted a PS5, but at least to have someone that has it in firsthand and be able to express it, like it's you don't need you can have my money. I'm good. Like where's the pre-order? Like I just need to find one. Yeah, I got it. So
one thing I would like to put out there though that some people have been saying, like they're like, well, they got a PS5. They don't have any reason to go back and play PlayStation 4. It doesn't feel right. Sunday, I didn't even touch my PlayStation 5. I just played my PlayStation 4 Yakuza because I'm like, the load times are that great, but I'm like, it's not like that. Like when you're like, oh, I don't even touch my PlayStation 4 ever again. It's like,
people
like, y'all kind of oversell it a little bit. Like I was just fine playing game. Like if a game's made for PlayStation 4. Not one of those crossover games, it's still gonna work. You're not gonna.
So you kept the PlayStation 4, even having
hold that moment real quick, Palmer, because we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be right back. For the viewers and all, we just got a quick commercial break. So just give us a second. All right, back from that quick intermission. Mr. Thomas, you're wrapping up. You good, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, that PS5 shit's wild.
I think we should change his name to Mr. Platinum.
Mr. Platinum.
I can rock
Yo,
with that too.
God, don't do
You
that.
know, no, the platinum, the trophy completionists, the ones who buy like $2 games to get that free platinum trophy, they'll come for me because I'm like I think I'm rocking with 15 platinums right now, and some people I follow like on my my friends list are like 49 or something like that. So,
already.
yeah, like I have friends who, when I buy a game, I'm like, yeah, I'm the first one, probably gonna be on the game. They somehow are like halfway through the game's released like Thursday, and like Thursday night they're halfway through. I'm like,
that's a real gamer, right? That's a real gamer right there.
I know.
Shit. Whatever. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Thomas, man. You make me want to get it even more, man, for real. But all right, we'll go ahead to Mr. Palmer. Where's Palmer at?
Right here.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't see you for a second. All right, Mr. Palmer, you say you got a bit of a discussion, a topic that you want to get off your chest?
All right, yeah, for sure. Jujutsu Kaisen. I think that is a great anime. I think that is the next big thing. It gives me Bleach vibes, and we've talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
And they also have pop culture references, like a lot of Marvel cartoons and comics do. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's on the right pace. The production's great, the music's great. I've seen some of the gifs used as popular gifts, the ones that are trending. It's in the right direction. The story moves. And I mean, they take a lot of time with the action too. One thing I don't like is a lot of too much powers in the action where you don't see hand to hand. If they're not using hand to hand, that's one thing. But sometimes animation teams, they get away with things, and some of those things they get away with, it's just too much sparks and things like that going around.
Yeah.
Or when they want to allude that people are moving fast, they're not even drawing anything. It's literally skip screen, draw something here. Yeah, so they don't do that a lot in Kaizen. That's one of the things that was going on in what was it? God of High School that I didn't like.
God of High School misses with they didn't the animation. They skipped past a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and it's way too ready to be for the story. It's just a campy, feel good story. That's the way JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 is. I'm getting a little off subject here, but that's what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 is. It just takes off where they don't really build up on what stands are or something. It's just here and like, what the hell is going on with me? And this guy's hey, you're cool. You're not trying to kill me. You want to be friends? I got this place to go. Yeah, sure. Hey, this guy, he did try to kill me.
There's like no real explanation. It just happens. It's just a part of the show. It's just you gotta just take it for what it is.
Yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's easy for anybody to get into. And the older I get, I don't want to see shows about high schoolers. Like I'm almost done with that. But this one I don't mind because the story is so good. But generally, it's starting to turn me off. It might be a representation thing. It might be an accumulation of me seeing all these shows or me even just growing out of it.
As well.
Yeah, but this one I'm legit interested, and it gives me back because when I was watching Bleach, my brother put me onto it because before that I liked anime. I didn't love anime, I just liked it. And my brother said, "Look, you gotta check out this anime." I was in like 11th grade. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna check it out." And Bleach, I was captured because I was just really, really good. Jujutsu Kaisen is doing the exact same thing, but better than what Bleach did. And you're captivated. You're captivated by all the characters. The teacher, the guy who saved him, the main guy, the damn demon.
What network is that on? Jujutsu Kaisen.
I watch on Crunchyroll Premium.
That's where I watch it. Crunchyroll.
Okay. On Crunchyroll Premium because that HD. If you got HBO Max, you should be able to see. Not you, Max. But if you got HBO Max, you should be able to see it.
Can you do me a favor after this and send me your login information, Justin?
I can't. I don't care. Look, brothers help brothers. Like I said, because I'm coming for you for the hotel
All right,
stuff.
Palmer.
So,
I'm just going in there too, trying to get the shit too.
Oh,
Don't say anything.
wait a
You know
minute.
what? I'm gonna say it here. I'm not gonna help out with your taxes.
Hey, that's one way we can get more fans. Give them some free shit. But anyway.
Talk to me offline, Bruno. Never mind.
Too many devices are running on this program.
No, but all right, that's a good point. I really don't want to stay too much on it, but the comparison with Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't see too much of the Bleach. We had a quick discussion in the chat off Media Marauders, and I know Palmer, you made that comparison, and I just don't see all of it being Bleach. I really compare it a lot to Naruto, where the main character has this demon inside of him. The girl is better than Sakura, but she's part of the group. And then Megumi, the dude, is pretty much Sasuke, but more likable in my opinion. And then you have Goru, who's Kakashi. But Goru is 10 times, 20 times better than Kakashi. If you've seen the recent episode, you'll understand. But anyways, I
got to see that episode. But
oh, okay. I don't know how. I saw a clip. That's what it was. I saw a clip of it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this looks hype." But no, don't judge me. Mr. Platinum, calm down. But no, I just
Star Platinum.
I see the comparisons, and I just agree but disagree as well.
See, I that's the thing is like same as Palmer saying, like watching this show, like I watched one episode, like I let me check this out. Instantly, I was like, "Yo, I like this show. I like this show." It's
choreography, bro. Is that choreography? Those fight choreographies are so fucking good.
It wasn't even that though, because the first episode didn't have a fight till what, the end of the show, if anything.
Yeah,
very end.
The last
so
5
it was
minutes.
just like the main character, like the main character just hit on all levels, like just the story, the mixture between like comedy and seriousness. It's just good storytelling. It's just good storytelling so far.
That's high praise, Mr. Platinum. That's high praise.
It's a good show. It's a good
show. Because go ahead. Sorry.
I know I'm probably I'm keeping up with it. Like, and it even made me think about getting the Crunchyroll premium, but I can't pay for another one of them.
Once I get Justin's, I'm gonna see about it.
No, what? Crunchyroll need to regulate like that.
Sony I want to buy them.
Personally, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is helping. Is mainly for the ones that lost faith in shonen anime. I think. Go ahead, Thomas. My opinion. What I think, because there's a lot of popularity for this show right now. This anime. I feel like the manga doesn't get as much notoriety than the anime is getting right now.
But that's the thing, is that I don't know if it's going to be one of those long run shonens. Like, because Fire Force,
yes,
Baku no Hero, gotta say it like that, how to say
it. Baku no
Hero. My Hero Academia. And I like the idea of some of these animes being seasonal, not all the time going. Because I think we'll have to put as many not spoilers, but fillers in.
Yeah, like
so we haven't hit a filler yet. So we don't know.
Yeah, true.
I can't
and Boruto, all those are like just mind numbing to me, but I have to give them another try.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to put it on the same level as Boruto, because Boruto is not following the manga of Boruto, and the anime of Boruto aren't following the same.
Yeah, they don't follow the same. What's it called? Yeah,
they just intersect at points and keep it moving.
Okay, but all right, Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Thanks for bringing it up again, Palmer. I mean, because it's a show to talk about. I think it's getting a lot of fame from it. So, yeah. Thanks, man.
And you know what? Before you switch over, y'all mentioned Boruto. The original creator of Naruto is going to take over
again.
Boruto. Because he had somebody else kind of
he was having really bad carpal tunnel, so he needed other people coming in.
No, he was working on Samurai 7 or something like that.
That didn't do very well. Yeah, that didn't do very well.
He needed to take over because it's something when you're saying, whoa, Boruto has a lot of filler and just bleh. It's kind of like the Dragon Ball Z route, where there's a lot of just whatever stuff you could throw away. Like you remember Piccolo and Goku getting their licenses. I didn't need that. I really
Yeah,
didn't.
but it was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I kind of like that.
It was, but that Bordeaux has that times 10, just everything. And,
you gotta like skip certain parts.
Oh God, yeah. I hate skipping because sometimes you'll see stuff like in Black Clover. It took me a while to actually skip stuff. But I've gotten to the point where I'm skipping in that. And the other thing I will say, and we don't have to touch on it. As far as Shonen, because you said that you believe that Jujutsu Kaisen is bringing back faith for people who lost faith in it. Yeah. I'll say it's funny. But the thing is, God, it's such a distraction. The thing is, I will say Fire Force, and I don't know for what reason. The first every 15 minutes of that show feels like a whole episode. Like it'll go to the break and I'm like, oh shit, it's done. I think it's the best done, most filled, most complete anime out there. I hope more people get into it and it gets its due. Because seriously, Fire Force is the best, hands down. It's smuggling.
I think another time, I think we should come in here and kind of have a versus between shonens.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I mean, not just my character's better, my character's stronger because he is. More just like on the story, the dynamics, like what the point of the shonen is trying to prove, all that. But we won't do that now. And I only brought that up. We
full episode on some shonens.
You said what?
We have a full episode on some shonens.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a whole hour and 20 minutes. Like, that would be everywhere.
Just 59 minutes. Just 59 minutes.
Let's keep it around there. But on that note, and that goes right, it leads into us closing down. We're going to be signing off. Thanks again for everyone, the subscribers, the listeners, the new and old. Please click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side for all Media Marauder content, everything related, all things that we do. Check us out on our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram. So once again, this is Max, Thomas, Mr. King, Palmer, and Nigel. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, fellas. If you don't put that damn thing down, you platinum. I hope you have a great night tonight, Mr. Thomas. Anyways, y'all, that's it. Y'all be safe, y'all. Thanks again for coming.
Where my ski mask at?